Hello and welcome to my Facebook Live video series. My name is Kristen Grace McGarry, and I'm a holistic and integrative healthcare provider, a licensed acupuncturist, certified in functional medicine, advanced cranial sacral therapy, homeopathy, biological medicine, neural therapy, perineural injection therapy, tons of things, equine assisted therapy, dolphin assisted therapy, all sorts of incredible tools in my toolbox. And today I'm speaking with you about a really important issue that directly impacts your immune function and may predispose you to having decreased immune function and therefore be more susceptible to other viral infections such as COVID. So I thought it was really important to bring this up because not many people are actually sharing about this, and I'm really passionate about you getting informed and empowered so that you can make better choices in your life around your health and your wellness. So today I'm speaking about other viral infections. Often these are latent viral infections. I'll give you some examples. Epstein-Barr virus. A lot of people who have had mono may have Epstein-Barr virus, and they may or may not be aware of this. You can do special testing and find out if you have Epstein-Barr or have active antibodies, or if you have antibodies but you don't have symptoms, maybe they're lower and it's not an active infection right now. But things like Epstein-Barr can predispose you to getting other infections more easily. One of the reasons is because you often will have suppressed white blood cell count if you have a latent viral infection such as Epstein-Barr. So this is really important, especially during this pandemic, to understand that if you have underlying latent viral infections, you may be predisposed. So Epstein-Barr is one, but there's more. Many people have Epstein-Barr, and a lot of people don't even realize it. But even more common is the herpes virus. So there's herpes simplex 1 and 2. That's what I'm going to focus on today. And these are also viral infections that get stored in your nervous system and can predispose you to getting other viral infections and illnesses. And again, one of the reasons is because when you have these kinds of viruses, sometimes your white blood cell count will be lower. And this will predispose you because your immune system is a little more tired from having to constantly deal with these other viral infections. So it can predispose you to COVID and other viruses. So another one is Lyme disease, or the co-infections of Lyme. So people who have Lyme or other co-infections, their immune system can be a little wonky. And so it could predispose you or set you up to getting other viral infections or challenges with your immune system. So knowing all of this, understanding all of this, means you can take action. So let me share some of my tips to empowering you in a few different ways. So first off is strengthening your immune system. Hi, Raphael, welcome. Thanks for watching. Strengthening your immune system. So a few things to do to strengthen your immune system is to avoid foods that challenge your immune system. Dairy, gluten, soy, corn, sugar, acidic foods such as coffee, and yes, even the beloved bulletproof coffee. Coffee is a real challenge to your gut health, your kidney health, your liver health, your stomach, the lining of your stomach. There's just so many things, and I understand a lot of people are addicted to it. I want to honor that, and also I'll do a whole other Facebook Live on coffee and addictions. I'm going to make a note of that because it's a hot topic, and I push buttons every time I bring it up. So omitting foods that suppress your immune system or impair your gut or your immune system, huge. Now, what can you bring in? Food is medicine, and then after I share these with you, I'm going to get to some supplements that you're going to want to hear about, because so many people are not talking about these supplements. These are professional. It's not like you're going to go find it at your health food store on the shelf, because they're not up on the professional supplements. They're not meant to be. That's my job. Okay, so foods to incorporate: vitamin C, high vitamin C foods, micronutrients. Macronutrients are important to balance your fats, carbs, and proteins, but it's equally important to look at your micronutrients, your leafy green vegetables. Eat your leafy greens with a twist of lemon. Stir fry them up in a healthy cooking oil like avocado oil or coconut oil. Don't cook with olive oil, please. That is not good for you. Use olive oil only after you've cooked your food or on your salads. Okay, leafy greens, other high vitamin C foods. So besides other leafy greens, things like parsley and collard greens and kale and chard and broccoli and spinach, all these yummies, there are other foods that are really high in vitamin C, like camu camu. It's an Amazonian fruit, but it has almost no sugar. It's a little bit bitter and sour, and you can get it in powdered form, and you can add this to your smoothies, your green drinks. It's very high in vitamin C. You could get rose hips and use rose hip tea. Hi, Julie, so good to see you. Use rose hip tea to increase your vitamin C level, your antioxidant level in your body. This can help your immune system. There are also wonderful vitamin C products that I recommend. Susie Cohen, I have an affiliate link on my website under Lifestyle and Products. You'll see Susie Cohen. She's a good friend of mine. She's a pharmacist who went natural, and she has an amazing vitamin C. I also love liposomal vitamin Cs, and I have a favorite brand called Quicksilver Scientific, and I also work with that company and can ship that directly to you. So these are super duper important for increasing antioxidants, increasing vitamin C levels to make sure your immune system is really, really strong. Hey, Julie, no worries. Really quickly, we're talking about viruses, latent viral infections that can predispose you to COVID. If you're just joining us now, this is super important. If you have Epstein-Barr, or you might, then let's talk about that and determine if you really do. If you have any kind of herpes, if you have Lyme, co-infections of Lyme, there's more. If you have mycotoxins, if you have a fungal infection or mold exposure, this can predispose you to getting other viral infections because your immune system is often suppressed or depressed. And so I'm talking now about foods, and I'm going to move into supplements soon. Foods that can stimulate your immune system. All right. There's so much more. Okay, we did start talking about supplements. So supplements, besides the vitamin C, there are really, really, really important antivirals that are natural and work. A lot of them have clinical research backing them. This is not woo-woo. This is not we're speculating that this works. We actually have science proving it. And I'm a science geek, and I want to share it with you. So you don't have to understand all the research unless you want to, and then I'm happy to guide you in that direction. Otherwise, I've done that research, and I want to share it with you so you're empowered. Now, before I go into the really strong antivirals that I like and I recommend for people to help bat down those latent viral infections, kind of sneaky under the radar infections, to strengthen your immune system, it's important to address biofilms. Now, biofilms are these, think of it like a little bubble balloon coating around a grouping of viruses or bacteria, and they form a little tent, like a little protective tent around them, so that when someone takes antibiotics, it may or may not help. And this can be the case sometimes in Lyme and in other infections where things can mutate and be hidden and kept safe, and these other medications won't get to them. Well, and I'll give you another example of a biofilm. Plaque on your teeth is an example of a biofilm. Now, biofilms are everywhere. They're in nature. I live on a river, and they're all over my river. Wherever there's a little seaweed, on rocks, where, there's just biofilms everywhere in nature, and they're also in your home. countertops have biofilms, in your sinks you have biofilms, they're everywhere. And what's important is to break them up. And the way to break them up in your body, I'll give you one example, are with special enzymes. Nattokinase is one of them, serrapeptase is another one of them. And these enzymes, when taken without any food, can disrupt the biofilm and allow the supplements or the pharmaceuticals to come in and better kill the bad guys and the bugs. So taking these enzymes without food, super important, and you need to get the right enzymes. So nattokinase and serrapeptase are two of my favorite kinds that I work with. I work with several different professional brands. This happens to be something you can get on Amazon. So follow the dosing. Sometimes I even increase the dose depending on the person. What can happen is when you start breaking down the biofilms and killing the critters, you can get die-off. You can Herx. It's called a Herxheimer reaction, where you have a reaction based on die-off. So you have to understand how to mop that gunk up and get it out. Things like certain zeolites. Not all zeolite is created equally. Some of them have high metals like aluminum in them. So you need to get a trusted zeolite product. Charcoal. Taking charcoal pills can help mop up the gunk. Psyllium can help mop up the gunk and push it out of your system. Chia and flax in higher doses than what we normally eat can help absorb the gunk and push it out of us. And so it's really, really important, if you're going to do this, to get support, to get empowerment from a healthcare provider who knows, understands what the heck to do and how to individualize it for you. If they're just giving you a cookbook protocol, then beware, because you are a biochemical individual, and the way your genes express and how your immune system functions has some variation depending on you, your lifestyle, your nutrition, your beliefs, your history, your DNA, your exposure to chemicals, etc. So it's important. And if you're looking for that kind of empowerment, you don't know where to go, please contact me. I'm here to empower you. This is my profession. This is what I do for a living. This is what I was born to do, to help you. So please, give me that honor. I would love to empower you on your own healing journey. Okay, and you can find me at guthappyketo.com. I'll give you that info later. I want to go back to supplements. All right, next, one of my all-time favorite supplements that is backed by a ton of scientific information is Lauracidin. I do not have an affiliate link with them. I wish I did, because I recommend their product all the time. Hey, owners of Lauracidin, give me an affiliate. I love you. I think you're amazing, and the research is sound. Now, Lauracidin has research on the herpes virus and shingles. Shingles is a form of the herpes virus, and this can stop it in its tracks. Western medical doctors, this stuff works for prevention too. This is so amazing. Now, you need to follow the directions on this because it's strong and you might have die-off. And so, buyer beware. Consumer beware. Please work with someone who knows what they're doing so that you don't make yourself feel horrible. Sometimes people can only take a couple grains of these. They're itty-bitty, tiny little grains. And you need to take it a certain way with food, and then you have to work yourself up. But this can be amazing. If you have herpes, if you get canker sores or you get herpes on other parts of your body, please consider doing this as prevention. It's going to help bat down that infection. It's going to help keep it low, and it's going to help protect you from getting, protect your immune system, really help your immune system be freed up so it can better attack other infections that may come in, especially during the COVID outbreak right now. Lauracidin, I love them. I should have an affiliate. Okay, my next, I don't have an affiliate with these guys either, but I can drop ship to you. I think I could probably drop ship this too. I can drop ship this guy to you. This one's amazing. Humacell. Humacell is incredible. Some people say Humacell, Humacell, incredible for viral infections. If you've got these latent Epstein-Barr, herpes kind of infections, This is amazing. If you get a viral infection, a cold or a flu, this can be super helpful. Now, I have not seen any research. There isn't any on COVID yet, but I have old Epstein-Barr virus. I had mono when I was 15, and I was super sick as a little one, and young teenager. And so I don't have symptoms now, but I still have those viral titers in my blood. And so I take Humisil and I take Lauricidin properly with my enzymes to make sure my immune system is happy and I'm battened down and getting rid of that latent viral stuff. So these are a couple of my favorites. I have tons more that I individualize for my patients, but I wanted to give you a little sneak peek into really a new way of looking at our immune system and countering these latent viral infections. Now, if you don't understand if you have a viral infection or not, like no one's ever told you. I had a patient last year who no one had ever tested her for Epstein-Barr virus, but she wasn't responding as I thought she should. And we tested her, and sure enough. So then we could deal with that latent viral infection, which in her case was a block to healing. Now, you're going to hear me talk about blocks to healing later this week, and I'm really excited to share about that because my third book is on blocks to healing. That's not coming out till next year, but I will whet your appetite with some great information on blocks to healing. So these latent viral infections can be a block to healing, and they can be a block to your immune system functioning optimally. And right now, more than ever, probably in your entire life, we want your immune system to be functioning really, really well. So I understand that 40 to 70% of our population is going to get COVID. Wouldn't it be great if your body handles it with ease? It's smooth flowing, and you don't have to go to the hospital, and you're okay. Wouldn't that be great? I want to help you do everything in your power to increase your immune function, and one is identifying these latent viral old infections. So if you're unaware, if you had mono and you're not really sure about Epstein-Barr, or maybe you're just feeling tired all the time, or you get canker sores, or you get herpes in other parts of your body, we can check your immune function. So through something called functional blood chemistry analysis, which I'm going to talk about more tomorrow and later this week, because I have a big surprise for you. I have a really big surprise, like huge surprise for you tomorrow. So I'm going to talk about functional blood chemistry analysis more tomorrow. But for today, I'm going to introduce functional blood chemistry analysis. It's a really unique way of ordering a lab and interpreting a lab. I can tell how the major parts of your immune system are doing. I can tell if your white blood cells are low or high, and it's not based on the Western reference ranges, because those are actually compiled from mostly sick people. So when you fall within normal, it doesn't mean you're well. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm going to dive into this tomorrow. So, really important, if you're unaware of how your immune system is and what's really going on in your body, and if you're curious about latent infections, please direct message me. Please go to guthappyketo.com, guthappyketo.com, and you can go to opting in for an optimal wellness consultation with me. It's complimentary if you and I are a good match. Based on the form you fill out, I will have a complimentary conversation with you if you're ready to dive in and figure out what's really going on inside your body. This way, we'll know if this is appropriate, or this is appropriate, or this is appropriate, or any of it's appropriate, as well as how should you be exercising? What food should you be eating? What should your lifestyle be like for your body and your health goals? So I'm really excited to introduce that to you tomorrow. And I'm going to leave you with some really, really, really crazy, amazing information. And I'm just going to give you a tiny little bit, and then tomorrow, stay tuned because I'm going to dive into it tomorrow. I may have been pregnant for a while. So I'm going to leave you with that, and I'm going to tell you everything about it tomorrow. And I'm so excited. All right, many, many blessings. And I look forward to you tuning in tomorrow. And Be well. Make it a beautiful Monday for yourselves. Bye for now.